Hey y'all, good to see you here on the channel. I'm kind of sad today. If you remember the last video, I was barefoot. It was 82 degrees. Much different story today. We've got our first frost coming tonight. We've got a ton of plants to move to the greenhouse. And then I'm gonna show you guys how I heat my greenhouse on the cheap. So it's starting to drizzle rain a little bit. Let's go get to work. Even though it's only like 60 something degrees out here, the trees have got their beautiful fall foliage, but the sky is darkening real quick. We're supposed to have some super high winds coming in tonight, so let's go jump in the old Kawasaki Mule. Let's go load up some plants. It's starting to rain, you guys, and it's getting cold, and I don't like it. Trying to make it easier on ourselves and just back right up to the little concrete ramp right here. Come, y'all, that temperature is dropping quick. I may even have to go put a little light jacket on. All right, you stay, girl. Don't you roll down that hill into the pond. I almost hate driving on my grass, man. It's still so pretty. That's another thing. Yes, I hear you up there, Kona. Kona's up there in the aviary, and true to form, anytime I turn on the camera, they're gonna start squawking and hollering, but I kind of hate to see this day come, man. We've had so much fun out here on this back porch this summer, laying out in the sun and swimming and just enjoying summertime. But hey, Mother Nature's gonna do what she wants to do, and she wants to get cold tonight, so we got to get a good many plants moved around there to the greenhouse. Now's the time where I've got to decide what I'm gonna save and what I'm just gonna sacrifice and replant next year. Not sure about that just because he's so big. I do know that for sure I want to come over here and get our plumeria, who definitely cannot take the cold. This thing flowered a bunch for us this summer and was just absolutely beautiful, but thank goodness we just have a pot in pot, and I think I got to use two hands. Really, guys? Really? God. All right, Mr. Plumeria. Oh man, you done got rooted in the pot, haven't you? Look at there, he's done rooted himself in. That thing had a little bit of soil in it from when I did have it planted up the year prior, so I just dug that old stuff out and set him down in there. He had done sent his roots down into that old dirt. But doing pot in pot will make it much easier when this time comes, because you simply just lift it out and move it. If we had planted him in that huge container, we might have just had to sacrifice him. Those birds have not made a peep until I turn this camera on. Get on my last nerve. I think we're gonna have to save this guy. He's just too healthy and beautiful. Really? Oh my God. Anyway, he's too healthy and beautiful. I can't let him die, so I'm gonna get him loaded up. Oh man. Oh man, this thing is like 100 pounds. Oh, and I didn't let the tailgate down, of course. Golly, it also helps to not water prior to doing this, which in hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. Let's see, what else out here, y'all? This is a cool little Dracaena. He's done good for me all year long. We'll have to take our Felcos. Well, no, we don't either. Oh, that's just coming right off. Let's go ahead and save him as well. Plus, I don't want this cool pot possibly getting full of water and freezing later on in the winter and breaking. There you go, Mr. Elephant. Man, something that was grabbing my attention as I was walking down there. Look at this Abutylon. That is beautiful. Yellow flowers. Well, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to those, at least for this year, but hopefully he's gonna come back next year, and then we need to get some cuttings off of this guy. What else? Eucalyptus will be okay, hopefully. Nothing up there by the raised bed. All of these plants are gonna go dormant. Everything in the vertical planter and those pots up there is cold hardy. The green stalk will be just fine because those are all cool weather veggies. I think everything else we're just gonna sacrifice and let the frost take it, and then we'll come in and plant some of our winter annuals. This dichondra is a perennial. Look how beautiful that thing has done spilling out here on the porch. I know I show it every single time, but it's just awesome. This one actually is kind of just working its way on down and going down the steps. So I'm gonna let it go. Oh, hold up, wait a minute. You know what, guys? Forgot we got some stuff over here in our little planting nook we gotta grab. Definitely don't want this guy to get killed. This is an Aglaonema that I brought outside. Crap, almost forgot about all this stuff. I've got the hibiscus there, and oh man, this thing finally bloomed. I only took it all year long. This is a variegated tropical hibiscus. Look at that beautiful bloom. This one has just a white variegation on the leaves, whereas this one over here has a little bit of pink, and this one blooms yellow, I think it is, but see that pretty pink? And then I think I'm going to save this little pot, even though this guy's kind of leggy and wiry. This is a party time. I believe it's Aglaonema as well. I want to take some cuttings off of it, so let's go ahead and save him too so we can take some cuttings. Then we got this nice big clivia over here. Oh man, and my air plant. I would have been really pissed at myself had I left him out. I brought him outside because he wasn't doing great in the house. It was just getting too dry and I wasn't misting him enough. So I brought him out here and he's been loving it. Got to get him inside, and then I think that's pretty much it for out here. Only good thing about it getting cold soon, we can come out here and sit around our fire pit and drink a cold beer and trip up over rocks. I'm gonna go get the mule. Crap. Getting sick already. Stupid. All right, Clivia. Got our air plant, get them loaded up. We still got a good bit of stuff to grab from around the front too. Hey, is all that hollering really necessary? I don't think so. In the world am I dragging? Oh, that Hoya had grown into this hibiscus. Sorry about that, dude. Didn't know you were coming along like that. Good gracious. We'll have to prune some of this stuff up when we get around to the greenhouse, especially that big old hibiscus. He's just going to take up too much space. And there's the pot that the Hoya was in. We've got this cool night blooming Cirrus. I'm going to grab him. I'm going to go over here and grab the pink hibiscus. Throw them in the mule. Kona, all that hollering is really unnecessary, buddy. Oh, and one more plant. Almost forgot about you over here. This real pretty pothos. He's really enjoyed being outside most of the summer, past few months. Look, he's rooted into the ground a little bit. Isn't that beautiful though? He's huge. All right, get all of yourself in the mule, buddy. All right, we got us a load. Let's go around there and get them inside the greenhouse. Oh, look at here, guys. Even though it's getting cold, it's time for other plants to do their thing. And look at this absolutely beautiful Sasanqua camellia loaded up with buds. Even got pollinators on it, even though they're moving kind of slow. They're still there. That thing's just gorgeous. And then this one's loaded up too. So here in another week or so, that thing should just be solid pink. And unfortunately, we got to get ready to say goodbye to Hydrangea Hill and all the beautiful blooms. I can't see. Hopefully I don't hit my truck or anything else, but for all the plants, I can't see jack squat. We did it. We didn't run into anything, y'all. All right, let's get the greenhouse door propped open. Got a few things out here we got to get. This crown of thorns, that croton. Oh, and I forgot I had this bromeliad out here. Look at his beautiful bloom. Got to get him inside. He won't like the cold. And then we got to make a decision on what we're going to keep over here near the front door. I've got a lot of alocasias. Some of these I definitely want to save. Some of them I don't really care about, to tell you the truth. This being one of them. He's really got on my nerves this year. Just spider mites, still loaded down. So not going to put him in the greenhouse because I don't want to introduce any more bugs. That big dude I want to take. This guy's going to be heavy. That's crap. He's in this huge pot. But I do like him, and he's done really good this year. And then a few other alocasias over here I believe we're just going to sacrifice. And you might be saying, well, why in the world are you going to sacrifice these plants? Well, I own a plant nursery. I'm lucky enough to have grassroots yard supply, and we have got a slew of plants. Plus, just look in here. This thing is loaded down as well. So room is going to be of concern. And to be honest, if I'm not in love with the plant and it's not my favorite, then I'm just going to let it go. We'll get something else. And we're just going to put this stuff wherever for right now. As long as it gets inside the greenhouse, we don't have to worry about it. We can organize it later. Where in the world can I put this dude? I think we're going to put him on a shelf right above y'all. For now. All right, big dude. I'm going to set you right here. For right now. Really need to come in and prune that guy up in a little bit. He's going to take up a lot of space. Look at the size of this air plant. I've had him for a couple of years now. He's going to split into two. He'll be happy in here in the greenhouse. Then we got the old Party Time pink Aglaonema that we're going to take some cuttings off of. Just throw them right there. And then, let's see, we can take the air plant and simply hang him. Man, I wish I was taller. Why couldn't I have been taller, you guys? We'll just kind of hang him right there, and he should be happy all the way till next spring. Another hibiscus. Holy crap, this one is heavy. Golly, that's a backbreaker. It's pretty though. I couldn't let it die. It's too pretty. And the plumeria, definitely wasn't going to let him die. He's one of my favorites. You better still be recording. And I totally forgot this dude was out there. It's bromeliad. They're really tough, man. Hardly ever water this thing out there on the porch. And just look at that flower spike. Look at how big this dude is. Running out of space already. I do this every year. Can't go that way. He's just gonna have to kind of go in the middle, and then what we'll do is on those cold rainy days, and I don't know if y'all can hear it with the rain, we just did beat it. But what we'll do out here, you guys will come with me. We'll come out here and hang out in the greenhouse whenever we get those wintertime blues on a cold rainy day. We'll come out here, we can repot stuff, move it around the greenhouse, and get our plant therapy in whatever way we can. Man, that temperature is dropping. We're gonna go inside and build us a fire in a minute. I'm gonna show you my heat system. But here's the greenhouse for the winter. Now still, Mom may bring some stuff down, and who knows what other friends will call me and say, hey, I need to put some plants in your greenhouse. But it's pretty full right now. Definitely need some attention on some of the orchids out here. I haven't repotted any recently. I've been feeding haphazardly. Just been too daggone busy. But we've got some beautiful Monstera albos. And then look at this red moon. I did that YouTube short on the other day and it went crazy. Just look at that leaf though, man. That's probably my favorite plant right now. How could it not be? That is just the neatest colors I've ever seen. That one's almost half moon right there. And I've had an air plant fall down. I don't even know where he was. I just put him right there for the time being. But a lot of my orchids need some serious attention. We've got some scale jumping on a few of them. But man, lately, it's just the businesses have been so busy. Life's been busy. Just ain't had time, and I couldn't stress myself out trying to do everything. So just kind of had to let it go. Look at this Vanda orchid up here. I don't know how well you can see it with the backlit of the ceiling, but it's a beautiful kind of white, pale purple color. It's got another flower spike shooting up there. So even though I haven't taken the best care of my greenhouse, these plants, you know, all plants, they just want to live, and they can live with some neglect. But we have got a daggum greenhouse slap full of stuff out here, y'all. Goodness. Here's the other side of that orchid. Man, that is just absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Got stuff stuck in the old tree over there. Orchids hanging from the ceiling. Orchids hanging from orchids. It's crazy, but I love it. And our little lemon tree that we potted up not too long ago. Look at there, that one. He's pretty much ripe. We could pick him, but I'm gonna let him stay on there because I don't have any tequila or margaritas right now, so we'll have to wait till we get the proper ingredients and we'll come pick our lemon off of there. But all in all, everything is doing pretty good out here. Something else we're gonna do in a soon video. A guy that owns this company, Stout Ollie Compost, this is called, let's get down here and show you, called Mater Maker. So it's supposed to be really good for growing tomatoes. This guy's down in the lower part of South Carolina, and he says you can just plant right in the bag. This is a mixture of, let's see, what was it, cotton gin waste, and then catfish guts and catfish heads. It doesn't stink. It's been properly composted. But he said just plant your tomato right in the bag. So I had the young ladies down at Grassroots go ahead and start us some beefsteak tomatoes. So I think let's attempt to grow us a beefsteak tomato in the greenhouse this winter. So if you want to hang out with us in the wintertime here, hit that like and subscribe down there, plus the little bell for future notifications. I'm trying to get a video out every Wednesday and Sunday for you, and appreciate your support. But now let's go inside and let's build us a fire, and I'll show you my heat system. And let's not forget to close the door. Keep all of our precious heat inside. Let me flip the lights on for us in here in the living room, and let's go ahead and get us a fire built. So what I've got here, guys, this is a Woodstock Soapstone Stove. It's really, really thick soapstone, holds heat for a long time. But this is the first fire. Well, I take that back. I did build a fire like 2 weeks ago. We got to get this thing cleaned out is what I'm trying to say. But once we get our fire built, then I'm going to show you how the system works to heat the greenhouse. So here's my old ash bin that I keep outside. Then I just got me a little shovel right here. And then we'll add some of these ashes to our compost pile, and the rest of them we'll just chunk in the woods. Wasn't too many ashes in this thing, but might as well go ahead and clean it out while it's cold. We're supposed to have a few cold nights this week, and this way I won't have to take out hot ashes and worry about setting the woods on fire. All right, that should be good enough. And I'll go ahead and throw our first piece of wood in here. And then here's something else I found on Amazon. I actually bought me and Dad one of these, but it's this leather wood carrying satchel. I'll put a link in the description below. This thing really helps out bringing wood in from outside. All right, got us a satchel load of wood. Let's get her loaded up. I cannot tell you guys how many thousands of dollars this stove has saved me over the years in my heating bill, because it not only helps heat the greenhouse, but it heats pretty much my entire house. Now I still have, you know, regular heat pump for when it gets real cold, and this is kind of a large footprint, but this thing really does provide, I want to say 75% of our heat during the winter. Hey Pepe, you excited to have a fire, buddy? Now you can really take some cat naps, can't you? Get all warm. But right now I need to put some wood in the stove, and you're in my way. Ow, dude. God, leave me alone. I'm trying to build a fire for you, man. Show some gratitude. Jeez. Yes, I know you need all of the attention. I get it. You want to tell all of your viewers, hey? Huh? Bad little thing. You get on my nerves, you know that? But I do love you. Okay, we're going to use some old paper, and I just got us a bunch of kindling right there, and let's see if she goes. Pepe, quit biting me. Dude, go on. All right, my paper's not on to burn all that great. Of course. I'll hold the flame to, ow, dude, your claws are sharp. Bro, quit. All right, I can't get my fire going for Pepe sticking his claws in me. If I can get those little pieces of wood going, this thing drafts pretty good. Dude, I'm serious now. Quit, your claws are super sharp. Go over there. Then what I'll do, I'll just close the door a little bit, and then it'll start to draft and it'll heat up super quick. This is a really neat stove because it also has this handle right here closes a catalytic converter inside. Once it gets to a certain temperature, you can turn the catalytic converter on and burn the smoke, so it's very efficient. And if we be real quiet, you can see our new kitty. This is Penelope. She's very shy. She's only been here for a week now, so she's just getting used to her surroundings. Hey, Penny. We named her Penelope since this dude over here is Pepe Le Pew, because we got him out of the trash, literally. So we named her Penelope, like the little cartoon character, the Pepe Le Pew, the skunk. And now we have Penelope. Hey, Penny. Hey, girl, it's okay. Hey. I'm glad to see you out, not hiding under my bed or behind the dryer or refrigerator. Like we had to go look for her every night just to find out where she's at. Pepe's not so sure about her just yet. He dwarfs her in size, this big old dude. Hey, Penny. Yeah, she's not gonna steal all your attention, buddy. Don't worry. Oh yeah, we rip roaring now, folks. So what I can do, go ahead and shut that, open the air vent. And another cool thing we can do, I went and filled this old cast iron kettle up with water. We can put some lemon leaves in there and it'll smell up the whole house like lemons. So let's go out here to our Myers lemon. Hopefully it's not raining too much just yet. Nah, it's still just drizzling, but temperature is dropping and that fire is gonna feel nice tonight. Right over here, I got this Myers lemon. It's in kind of sad shape. Slugs or something have been eating the heck out of it. We can pick some of these new leaves off the top of it. We don't need many. We'll just crumple those up, throw them in the pot of water, and at least our house will smell clean. Pepe, you're not coming out here, buddy. No. Sorry, dude. Then we can just simply chunk those in there, and ta-da. And here is the little thermostat. Whenever the temperature gets in that silver range, that's when we can engage the catalytic converter. But what happens here, so we build a fire, obviously the heat rises, and then for the house, for the main part of the house, those intakes right there, we can pump the heat to other parts of the home. But what I did to heat the greenhouse, can't remember which one, but I installed a fake air outlet, and that's actually now, I think it's this one. So now this is the intake, so I've got ductwork that runs all the way through the attic into the greenhouse, and now I'm gonna go show you how it works out there. So what happens out here, y'all, that ductwork that goes through the attic pops out of that little register there. So inside that ductwork is an 8-inch one-directional fan that is wired to this thermostat. So whenever it gets down to, you know, whatever temperature I set it at, right now we got it at what, like 65? Whenever it gets to 65, that will kick that fan on that's in the ductwork, suck the heat from inside the home and pump it into the greenhouse. It's very cheap because, well, it's just the energy that I have to put into chopping the wood to burn the wood burning stove in there. And then, you know, if I'm on vacation or something, then I simply just have to rob air from the heat pump and pump it out here. Now, if it gets really super cold, I've got some of these electric radiator heaters that I'll just plug in and turn on. But I really only have to do that if it gets down, on the rare occasion here in zone 8A, if it gets down into the 20s. Other than that, just this little fan right here, which I've got like 6 of these all over the porch. I got these off Amazon too. This little fan will just circulate the air coming from inside the house and heat the whole place sufficiently enough to keep everything alive. And guys, in case you're interested, I'll put a link to the video, but this greenhouse, I just hand built it. It's just from lumber, and then I did have to order the actual greenhouse covering, but pretty much just a stick-built lean-to greenhouse. That's the side of my home right there. We just simply leaned it right up against it, attached it, sealed it, and a pretty easy build. Then of course we just put the windows in and doors, and got to bring the birds in here still. So I got a lot to do, but I'm excited to go in there, eat me a bowl of stew, sit by that fire. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me as always. The more you know, the more you grow. I'll see you on the next video.